Good day, you absolute legends. Welcome back to another edition of Update News. Now, today's hot topic is Worlds Part 2 coming in October. Will we see Worlds Part 2, the next big anticipated update to hit No Man's Sky? Well, we have just had the Aquarius update in September, but the community seems to think that next month we could, as soon as next month, we could see the next installment of Worlds Part 2. Is there any evidence to support that? What's going on? Well, in today's video, we're going to go over everything we know so far and to see if there is going to be an update for this year, well, the remainder of this year. But yeah, before we do get into today's video, as always, can I just ask for you just to double check your subscriptions, resubscribe if you need to, and if you have been watching me for a while and you like what I do, then why not consider hitting that subscribe button? You definitely will not regret it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right on into today's video. So, ladies and gentlemen, I put on my detective cap and I've gone full on Sherlock Holmes here, and I'm trying to dissect with SteamDB when in the previous history of No Man's Sky we had an update in October, especially ones between September and October. Did we have two in the back to back like that? Let's see what is going on and let's see what the chat say. So we can see that right now we just had the massive update in September and that's all fine. But let's go back to 2023 and there is a small bump in 2023 between September and October there. There is a slight rise and then it goes up into December there just a little bit. So maybe there is something to it. So let's try and make this chart just a little bit smaller and see what's going on. So there we go. We can see on the 2nd of October, player numbers rise, which is always a good indication of an update. And we can also double check this fact in just a second to see what went on at that particular time. Now, if we go back just a little bit further, let's see what else we can find. So from the chart, it looks like in October of 22 as well, there was a slight rise as well. And it looks like somewhat in October of 21, but I'll have to look at more information regarding that. But let's have a look now between the dates of 2022 and 2023 and see what happened in October. Okay, so I pulled up all the update history of the game and I've scrolled all the way down. So we can see the second from the bottom, we have the 7th of October, which introduced the Waypoint 4.0 update. So that's of October of 2022. So it's not out of the realm of possibility going off previous history that we could definitely see a massive update in October. Now, as we look to 2023, only last year, to see what was happening around this time, we had the 24th of August, which was the No Man's Sky Echo. Obviously, we've just had an update in September, so that's around about the same time, and that's what we've seen with patterns. However, the next thing that really came up was in the 14th of December, and that's just the next 10 years. But I wouldn't say it's anything too drastic thereafter. And there's nothing really major of note happening to No Man's Sky until May of this year. So what is going on? Could there be an update in October? Isn't there going to be an update? Well, right now, looking at the evidence and looking at the previous history of No Man's Sky, I would say that there is merit that there could be, but right now, looking at it, it is a 50-50 split on what could happen. So whilst we have seen movement in previous history of 2022, October time, we did get an update. We had the Waypoints update. We haven't seen anything in October after that point in the last few years. So again, it is a 50-50 split. It has happened before, and it very well could happen again, because we have to remember as well, Mr. Murray up at the Game Awards saying that, you know, No Man's Sky is going to go through its biggest year in 2024, and he's more than delivered that with Worlds Part 1 and all the other amazing, fantastic updates that we've had this year that's really changed the game in such a fundamental, unique, and dramatic way. So no one can say in that point that essentially he wasn't telling the truth, because he really, really was. And at the end of the day, Worlds Part 1 was absolutely amazing, in my personal opinion. One of the best updates that's ever been put out for No Man's Sky. But, you know, the anticipation of Worlds Part 2 is probably more fueled more than ever because of what was said in the game update of Worlds Part 1. when you first launched Worlds Part 1, you got the big list of things, and it did say that Worlds Part 2 was coming this September, or should I say this summer, not September, sorry. It's coming soon this summer. And then it was changed to coming soon in a later patch update. That wording was changed a little bit. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. But obviously, if it was to come out in October and it is the next anticipated one, then what could be included? Well, there's been a lot of speculation regarding that, and I'm not going to go into way too much detail with that today. So people are wanting deeper oceans. That's something I've seen floated about. They're wanting new mechanics to do with the space stations. They want to find out what the space station core is all about. Now, these are all in the realm of possibility with Worlds Part 2. There are other floaty ideas out there as well. We've just had massive leaks as well from that bomber boy that shows, ancient ruins and, other creatures and other things that are technically in the game files right now, just not activated, but they are indeed there. So there is a lot of development going on currently in No Man's Sky that I think once Worlds Part 2 come out will be the next installment of whatever all that is going to materialize into. Will it be the Iron Giant? Will we get the entire full list of things that have been discovered? Will they only use part of it? Who knows? But I mean, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Worlds Part 2 very well could come out in October. Like I said, 50-50 split down the middle. So should you be getting your hopes up? Should you not be getting your hopes up? Right now, I think it's more wise to just watch, wait, and see what happens. We'll know when there's major developments going on, because obviously we're going to be looking for things like Steam sales happening, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo sales. Once all that kind of starts, then it's usually an indication that something's starting to happen. Then we go on to Murray Watch as always. So we're going to Mr. Murray's Twitter page, and then we watch for emoji drops or anything that could be a more indication of a massive update, maybe a GIB emoji drop. If it's a massive update, it'll drop a big GIB emoji for that. So that's where we're at currently. It's just more watch, wait, and see what happens. It's not out the realm of possibility, but it didn't happen last year, but it did happen the year before. There was an update, so who knows? At the end of the day, we just need to keep a close eye on any recent developments, and you know that I will do, and anything that I do find between now and that point, it will be right up on the channel. So make sure that you are definitely subscribed to get all the latest and greatest news and information for No Man's Sky. You get it right here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's everything from me here today. Let me know what you think about this topic. Do you think that we're going to get a Worlds Part 2 update as soon as October? Are you on the fence with it too? Do you think that we will? Do you think that we won't? Do you think that it's just still wise just to watch, wait, and see what happens? Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and let me know as well what you think if it was to drop. What do you think could be included in Worlds Part 2? What would you like to see added? Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. You know what to do. But ladies and gentlemen, that's everything from me here today. And as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.